You used to have night terrors, and you would freak out, and when you opened your eyes, you would freak out more because you saw Mom and you thought you were a monster, and so Mom would just have to take you out in the middle of the night, and you did that every single night, and you never even knew because when you woke up in the morning, Mom would always say, "Did you have a bad dream?" And you'd say, "No, I slept great."
It's almost like Sophie was in my mind. How did you know that?
I remember when I was a mommy kitty, and who was that used to say that? Glenna?
Me.
Every time Dad would like tell a story, Glenna would be like, I remember when I was a dad, I did that too.
Alright, Glenna. Let's hear the worst. The worst you got.
See. Wait, I have another one also. So it's really quick, don't worry. So, you were helping Dad fix the washer, and
She was there.
you had like a flashlight. Yes, I was in your mind saying, "I'm down in heaven and I can see you. You're my brother."
No, she said down in heaven. I know where she came from.
I was looking down.
Oh.
From heaven.
Yes.
That's what you meant.
Oh. Gotcha.
Okay, and so you were fixing the washer, and then the washer lit on fire, but Dad wasn't there and everything. And we thought it was a real fire, so like went out of the house and the fire then came and you slept all through it by the washer.
Ben fell asleep in the washer.
Seems legit.
I was
He
in the
didn't
washer.
even see the fire. And
She has her own extra memories.
It was later.
Good.
It was later. We had trouble with that washer, and
Yeah.
we had a
Wasn't
little
it
fire
the
in the
fire?
house. And Ben and Will, I took you guys out to the car, and you just slept all the way through it. Never saw the firemen or
You were
anything.
so mad in the morning.
Oh, yeah. I still to this day,
William was a baby.
whenever I see flashing lights, I want to go see what happened.
I saw a car accident on 400 North.
You
in
saw it happen,
Minneapolis.
or?
I came there before the police were there, like right after it happened, and this woman was passed out in the driver's seat, and these bikers stopped, and they were sat around, and more people were running, and there's this little boy on the sidewalk crying, and this woman was trying to comfort him, and then these bikers were trying to rip the door off the car.
Oh.
That is so
Pretty scary.
Why weren't you helping? Were you older or what?
This was 2 days ago,
Why'd you help?
because there were so many people like running.
That makes sense. Yeah,
I didn't want to like. I'd just be like, oh. what
yeah
do we do?
it'd be harder to.
I would just be in the way.
Great. See, this footage will be it will be priceless.
We're going to send it to Entertainment Tonight when you're famous.
And did Jerry do yours?
And then everyone will be like,
but
And
you
you're
missed
turning
one.
19.
Can you do it again?
Haters gonna hate.
It
Have
was
you seen a
when
picture? Boy riding the unicorn bike.
Go ahead, Anna.
It was when I first moved in my room downstairs, and I didn't even have a wall, and the floor was cement, so I just had like little scraps of.
Did you just tell the story?
No, Dad
Yeah,
told me
ask
to
her to
tell
tell
it
it
again
again.
because he wanted to videotape it.
I'll surprise you.
And so then there were lots of like scraps of fabric on the ground and everything. And it was Sunday night, and I was laying in bed, and there wasn't school next morning, so it was like holiday or something. And then I was like about to fall asleep, and I heard a little knock on my door, and it was Ben, and he was like, "Hey, let's go watch a movie at midnight, because then it will be Monday."
I can't even count how many times that's happened to me.
Where Ben wants to watch a movie with you.
Ben's always like, hey, Will.
How do you see this
At like
little
midnight.
possessed
At
voice?
midnight, I was here. Will. I'm like, what, Ben? And his eyes like, it's gotta do something. Oh, no, that one did. Will. What, Ben? Let's go get those new Burger King wraps. Okay.
Okay.
William, what was yours that we missed?
Go for gold. I remember when me and Ben buried Stan in our backyard. What? In the
Still there?
sandbox.
He's still there.
What else? Let's see.
What was the one you mentioned?
Which one? BYC. Always remember BYC with Ben.
You guys.
You know, every
Bishop's
fourth
Youth
Sunday,
Council.
whenever you're the president,
Yeah,
you have to
I
go for
know,
like
but
So
5 hours.
Ben
Special
was the
meeting, yeah.
preschool and first assistant, and I was the teachers quorum president, and Ben would make jokes every week. He had a new joke and nobody would laugh, and then he would tell the joke again because he thought nobody heard it, but everyone really did hear it. And then he would try to explain the joke and no.
Dude, people are so mean. I'm so funny.
I mean, they should just laugh at his jokes.
I
and they're
know.
not funny.
Britton Evans. I thought she was.
No, Hannah Evans.
Oh,
It's like, Hannah Evans is coming into the young woman. Then I thought I saw her in the diaper the other day. No one laughed.
That's a good joke.
Everyone just looks at me, and the bishop just like looks disappointed. I'm like, what? And then I said it again. Guys, it's funny because.
And he tried to say it's funny, guys.
Yeah.
I think that's a good one.
And then what other jokes?
There's stuff like that.
Oh yeah, and brother Turner was like, or the bishop was like, what kind of guns are we taking on the camp? Are you guys taking on the camp out? And it's like, these guns. And then nobody laughs, so he just says it again. These guns.
It's such a harsh crowd.
No. Wasn't
And
okay.
then yeah.
Everyone was telling me about one that you did when you were in Priest. It was like, everyone's like, so there's been a series of events, and you're in the back, a series of unfortunate events, and then everyone just got mad at you.
No one in my ward liked me, but haters
Series
gonna
of
hate.
unfortunate events.
Like, God, I think next.
Well, one of
I actually read
my
those
favorite memories of Ben is when Dad would work in the garage in our other house. He would play music and Ben would go out there and dance. And he was
So I'm trying to put a
so-
simulator together, and he's.
And one of his moves went like this.
That's right.
Mom, I saw this family video and Ben was absolutely completely naked dancing. Who puts that on tape, Mom?
I still do.
Me and Ben
Okay,
used to bathe.
Guys, my favorite. Okay, guys, my favorite home video
And he's
ever.
going,
Guys, my favorite home
like, we
video
were
ever.
naked in the
is-
sandbox.
It shows.
So if you don't know,
So
Sorry, I don't think you're
wait,
here
Will's in the kitchen. Guys,
now
Will's
she-
in. Guys, Will's in the kitchen with like. He's like super nerdy clothes with like this popcorn like makers, you know those bowls that have like a bowl and then like a tube on the top. Yeah, so he's like right with the broom like dancing in the kitchen, and he's like
Cute.
like this tall. You're
That's a
tiny.
memory of me.
No, you're just dancing, and then suddenly you just see this kid with a video camera and just like talking in it, and the dad's like, "Hey, stop that! You might be recording over very important stuff." And then it stops and goes back to the.
It went over Ben's dance?
No, it went over Will's dance. Just like a tiny minute. So you might be recording over very important stuff.
That's funny.
Will.
I have to look that one up
That is very
today.
important.
Yeah, my other memory I just
I haven't done one yet,
it's kind of
guys.
a Ben and a Will. But we had just had a talk from President MacArthur in state conference about, trying to think of react like Jesus would and do things like Jesus would. And so I was really trying hard to do that. And I went out to do work in the yard, and you guys were in the house. And I went out to do some weeding or something, which was my first mistake. And I came back, and you guys had taken everything out of the bathroom cabinet. The shampoo, the gel, the mousse, conditioner,
Yeah, I used to.
lotion, everything that was in there. And in the bedroom, you had dumped it all out into one big pile.
Wait, in like a bowl?
Just on the carpet.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What the heck?
And I went, ah! And then I thought,
what would Jesus do?
and I thought, he didn't have any hair products. I don't know what he would do. And I was,
Wait, so we didn't put it in a bowl. That's so
I thought you would at least put it in a
I
bowl.
remember me.
Somehow Ben's thinking that'd be okay if you put it in a bowl.
I remember I made like a little potion, we called it, in the cup. It was just like shampoo, conditioner, gel, I don't know, everything I could find, and then me and Ben got in a fight, so I dumped it on his head, and I was like, that's what you get.
Well, another thing that Ben used to do a lot was when he would just find ingredients, and he's like mimicking me, making things. He was just a little guy, like 4.
And he made that really
4 or
yummy
5.
stuff.
Yeah, so he would get the baking soda and sugar and mix it all up, and it'd be kind of gross, and then we'd toss it out. Well, one time he made some stuff, and it actually looked like batter. And he says, can I bake this? Make muffins? And I went, sure. So we put it in the muffin tins, and they rose up and made these beautiful cornmeal muffins. It looked like cornbread. And I went, oh my gosh, I don't know what I put in those, but those are beautiful. But they were mostly baking soda. They didn't taste very good. But I was impressed.
I remember they tasted like hair gel and shampoo.
Yes.
Oh wait, I have another one fun as I want to go.
Were you ready for that?
Yes,
Okay.
I remember. When Ben would change
I would always ask
baby.
Ben to lift me up onto the swingy thing on the tree we used to have, and then I'd hold on, and then I'd spin around, and then I would spin. One time I was doing it, and then I'd let go and I went and hit into the tree.
Yeah, that.
Oh.
We got a few idiots on that one.
Oh,
It was
okay.
fun though.
I have another one. So, Ben, he was gonna make brownies, but there's that bowl I really wanted to use so that I could make like a potion with perfumes and stuff. And so you pulled it out to make brownies. Like, wait, Ben, can I use that bowl real quick? And you're like, sure. So I took it and I mixed them all together, and I was like, that was kind of fun. Whatever. So I dump it all out, and I rinsed it out. I gave it back to him, and you're like, okay. So he made brownies in it. And then Mom took by the brownie, and she's like, Ben, these taste like soap. What'd you put in these? And then I was just sitting there excited what I did, and I was like, And then you looked at me, you're like, Anne, what did you use the bowl? And I was like, I don't really remember. And you're like, and then you're like, yeah, Mom, she was just using it for a hat. And I was like, yep. And then no one ever knew that I actually dumped soap in it.
Saved you.
Oh, funny. Well, another thing I remember is when Sophie was born, Ben was the best bath giver, diaper changer, put her to bedder. He could put Sophie to bed, no problem.
Can't anymore. Oh no.
He was really good at it.
Wrath of Sophie.
Uh-oh, there she goes. Over to Bane.
Hey, look, he landed in my hand.
Or blow away all the paper on the table.
Right here.
I'm kind of worried about this landing in my hair.
Right here. Right here, no, right here in my hand. Right here, bro. Over here, this way. This way.
Easy.
Oh yeah, that's what.
Well, a lot of good memories with Ben.
Oh.
I have a memory. He would say, oh wait, I have a memory of work. So, Will used to say, what time is it? And it was like 6:58. Wow, time is going by fast. Like 2 minutes ago.
No, I remember Sophie.
5.
Tickle time.
Yes, he'd say, what time is it? And I would say 6:58 if that was the time. And then he'd say, no, bitch, tickle time. You used to do that too. Actually, Will still does. Body down today.
So we sing your Scooby Doo and Jones song.
Oh, my name is Skibidi Friskido, and I say another thing on my dino, and another man feel like a dog. It's a dum dum yes and dito.
Impressive. I cannot do that at
Ben, you're still obsessed with Taylor Swift, right?
I got all the flat.
My name is Skibidi Friskido.